Well, back to school is right around the corner, and as our team was discussing our coverage plans, none raised more emotions than talking about the first day of kindergarten. And to discuss it, I am joined by the editor of Northeast Ohio Parent, Angela Gartner, and a first-time school parent, Kathy Speth, whose daughter is headed into kindergarten this year. Let's get right to it, Kathy. Are you ready for this?
I'm nervous, but I'm excited. You know, I'm proud of the person who she's becoming, but I'm definitely going to miss the little baby that I was holding in my arms.
Yeah.
It's definitely emotional.
I've been there. Do you have a lot of conversations about it?
We have not talked too much about kindergarten, a little bit. I mean, she's excited. I only signed her up for half day, kind of selfishly. I think she's ready, but I want to keep her at home one more year with me a little bit more.
Yeah.
But she's excited for the school bus. That's the biggest thing she's excited for right now.
It does come quick. It really does. Yeah, I mean, the years fly by, no question about it. Angela, a lot of anxiety can come with this, right? With this moment for parents?
Yeah, a lot of anxiety, but it's about being prepared. You know, being prepared before kindergarten happens, before the school day happens, and you know, maybe walking through walking through it, where you know, going to the bus stop, you know, and doing mock going to the bus stop, or actually doing where like packing their lunch, having them pick out their clothes. So it's about trying to get prepared for that day for you and for them.
Going through the process, setting them up to succeed, basically, is what you're saying. Because this is the first time we're sending the kids out in the real world, kind of, right?
Yeah, it is. And, you know, a lot of kids might not have an issue. They might be excited and get on the bus and be ready, but some kids might have a little anxiety. And so every kid is different, and all parents know their kids and know what kind of direction they're going to go in.
Angela, you talked to the experts about this, and you kind of touched on it a little bit already, but what are some of the tips that you can recommend to the parents to get into a routine?
Well, I think about just starting early, especially don't wait for the day of kindergarten. Start actually going through the process, you know, getting them up early, and also getting them prepared to actually go by, you know, making sure they, you know how to wash their hands, making sure that they know how to open and close their lunchbox, making sure that they can handle their backpack. You know, all those things are important because, you know, they want them to be comfortable, especially, you know, when you're not there.
Kathy, have you done a lot of research on this, or talked to other parents, or have you tried to come up with a routine, you know, or are you just kind of, you know, say, hey, here we go?
I'm kind of winging it a little bit, but obviously I have a lot of mom friends, so, you know, we're always talking and chatting, and some who have older kids who, you know, why am I doing this? Do I need to do this? And they, you know, give me some advice. It definitely helped last week that the school buses were running their routes, and they were dropping off the little, you know, welcome newbie signs in the front yard. And that helped because my daughter and my son were both home, and the bus came up and she introduced herself and, you know, showed them the bus a little, and that I think helped to kind of prepare and make it comfortable for her. So.
Yeah, you talked about Michaela being excited about the bus.
Yes.
Are there other things that she's talked about? How is she feeling overall about this experience?
I think she's a little nervous because she knows a lot of her friends from preschool are all doing full day, and she's only going to do half day.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So she's a little nervous about who she's going to know and who her teacher is, because she doesn't know her yet, you know. But other than that, I think she's more ready for it than I am. So.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You've said that, yeah. Angela, but we're kind of, you know, we use the phrase all in this together, but, you know, I think parents need to realize their kid's not alone, right? I mean, there's obviously all the kids are going through it together.
Well, and all the kids and all the parents, and actually all the teachers, this is the first time they're going to be connecting with your kid. And that's why it's so important to really, you know, start communicating with the teacher, start connecting with the school, read everything, all the school policies and the school books that they give you, the guides, and also, you know, starting to make connections in the school community. There's a lot of great organizations in the school community, volunteer organizations parent can join that start connecting with other parents and other kids. You know, it's definitely, you know, it kind of takes, always feel it takes a village. So,
There you go.
you know, getting those first connections will make an easier year for everyone.
I can tell you I have 2 daughters, and I remember kindergarten, and Mr. McGilvray, that was our kindergarten teacher for both my daughters. He was fantastic. The right teacher and the right people can do so much for your children.
Yeah, you have to trust that I'm sending my daughter off to, you know, somebody else for half a day, but.
That's exactly right. Well, you know, our teachers are great, so you know, we got to put our trust in them, and I think everything's gonna be great. Michaela is gonna do just fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you both for being here this morning. I really appreciate it because there's so many people out there watching right now that are going through what you are going through. So good luck with everything.
Thank you very much.
All right, and if you want to help local students with their back-to-school needs, we have a way that you can do it. WKYC is teaming up with United Way for a special school supply fundraiser. All you have to do is scan the QR code on your screen to donate, and that money will go straight to helping students in your community. Today is our final day of accepting donations.